live.
Okay, cool. Hi, everyone. It's good. My name is Zachary Snader. This is Digital Wasteland, episode 1 of our Videocast, Barren Waves. With me here is Devin Sherry.
Hi.
Good intro, Devin. Shut up, Devin. And then also with us is Zach Sparks, all the way out in are you in Kentucky?
Yes, correct.
Oh, thank God, because that's what I've been putting everywhere, and I
Exactly.
actually didn't know if you were in Kentucky.
We have the Derby, and we make bourbon occasionally.
Right.
All right, bad news bears. That whole dicks and pussies things on the chat, that thing in the Google Drive document, that was on the screen primarily during that whole beginning part.
That's really dumb.
Sorry.
We're probably going to have to do that again, but you know.
Oh, not really. Whatever.
If you want, you can edit it out.
Anyway, all right. So this is Digital Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to redo the whole thing, so you can just loop back the audio if you really want to, dear viewer, and get what we're doing. Basically, yeah, of which there are 0. So, Digital Wasteland, this is a thing that I just really wanted to get into YouTube content because a lot of my friends are doing it, and I thought it'd be fun, and Devin Sherry's done it. And I invited a bunch of my friends, including these guys, but they're the only ones who decided to come on board, at least for this exact Tuesday. So, yeah, we have a bunch of ideas.
We may have, what you're saying is we may have special guests from time to time.
No.
Ideally.
No.
No, dude, our good buddy William Tate, a 3D artist who does stuff, also wants to come on here. Our other good friend, Dennis Porter, who is a busy 3D artist, said he doesn't want to come on here because his sabbatical thing is, like, very finely scheduled. So, for right now, we'll kind of see how succeeding weeks turn out. But for right now, it's just us.
Just the 3 of us building castles in the sky.
That's not how that song goes, you idiot.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, we have a bunch of ideas, and hopefully we'll do more than just us talking. So anyway, why don't you guys say a few words about yourselves? Zach, let's start with you.
Why you got to start with me?
I don't know.
A few little words about myself. Well, I'm I mean, where do I even start?
Just don't. It's enthralling.
Awesome. Good to know.
What?
What?
All right, so we all went to school together, right?
Yes, we all did go to school together. That's very true. Since then, I've been involved in a few iOS app games. That's how you know I'm really serious about it.
Yeah.
I'm also waist deep in writing my own novel, and I have a 4-year-old that chases me around, and that I'm trying desperately to get involved in Star Wars and Animal Crossing. I'm failing, but
are you trying to do Knights of the Old Republic?
It's in the no. Good night. No, I'm just just showed her the movie, and this is actually pretty true. I was never been more proud of her than in the moment that she sees Darth Vader on the screen the first time, and she looks at her mother and says, "Mama, the Princess Lady Girl," is what she called Leia. The Princess Lady Girl is my second favorite, but that guy in the black is my favorite. And it doesn't matter that she recanted and switched her favorite like 5 minutes later. I just froze that moment in time and said, okay, Darth Vader's your favorite, and I retire from being a parent forever. I'm done, and that moment will live with me forever.
Cool. So just lock the door and don't worry about my kid.
Exactly. See you in about 14 years. Have a good one.
Life is complete. Enjoy that. Well,
Exactly.
thanks. Thank you, Mr. Sparks.
You're
Devin
welcome.
Cherry.
I just realized all our last names start with S.
Wow. That's crazy.
It took him 5 minutes into this conversation to figure that out. That was.
And I actually didn't realize it because I gave no shits at all.
I also have a 4-year-old who follows me around. It's not mine, but I keep it.
It's just some random kid.
Sick, dude.
My name's Devin Sherry. I also met these guys in school, and we worked on a couple projects like The Afflicted, which was dope.
Afflicted. Showcased at GDC.
Yeah.
Currently, though, I am working on a project called Network. It's using Unreal Engine 4. And on that side of things, that's going good. I do level design there. And then I also have my own YouTube channel where I do tutorials and stuff. And you can watch me play games that are hours and hours and hours long. And you can see how my hair changes over time.
Origins, right?
I only play
You're on
that
Origins.
hours at a time. So that's basically me in a nutshell. I used to have long hair about 24 hours ago.
Did you?
But now I don't.
Right, but right. So what you're saying that you decided right before you decided to take part in a video cast of yourself to the world, you decided to shave your head.
Well, it's gonna be like wait until you see a year from now. Like every video, my hair's gonna be longer and longer and longer.
Every video, you time lapse all of them. Boy, you're gonna look like one of those little Play-Doh dudes.
So what's on the agenda?
Thanks for introducing yourself, Devin.
No problem.
I'll go to the agenda.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I've had you. So hi, my name is Zachary Snader. I run guys, I'm doing game publishing now for indies. So
Solid.
I run a game publisher for independent game developers called Upgrade Acquired. That's been going on for a few months, and we're slowly picking up. So that's been pretty cool. And I went to school at UAT with Zach and Devin, and I also just got hired at a startup, but I don't think I can talk about it a lot yet. But it's pretty cool. And I moved to LA after I got back from Germany. So I'm no longer in Phoenix, Arizona.
That's cool.
Can you talk about what you were doing in Germany?
Yeah.
What?
I can. Anyway.
I mean, you don't have to. I was just curious. I knew you were over there, but I never knew what you were doing.
Yeah, so I did some postgrad. I did some postgrad studies and then just Scheiße and Hefeweizen. I learned yeah, dude, I learned some German and then I forgot it all.
Do you know how to go to the bathroom? Can you make yourself to either a library or a bathroom in Germany?
No.
That sucks. I can get myself to a bathroom and a library in any Spanish-speaking country.
No shit. So in Spain, how would you say, ¿Dónde está el baño? ¿Dónde está el baño?
You have to say it with a lisp. Yeah.
Right. F.
Biblioteca.
That's really offensive.
How?
Wow.
No,
it's a library. Yeah, whatever.
You know where the library is?
It's like, yeah, it's over there. Like, you're over.
What the? I don't speak Spanish, you fuck.
It's like, how'd you know that was Spanish? And then you're caught.
Not me, idiot. I was being a Spanish person that wasn't actually Spanish. That was in Spain. It was role playing.
I'm not good at role playing.
I'm good at role playing.
What?
Anyway. Wait, I don't even know why we started talking about Spanish. So yeah, I was in Germany for 3 months. It was really cool. I was in a small town called Schwäbisch Gmünd, population of like 40 to 50,000. I really liked Germany. I actually did not want to come back at all, but I was unable to afford a visa because you have to prove you have so much money to live on. Otherwise, they won't approve your visa.
Or else they kick you out.
Yeah, so basically I I didn't get kicked out, but I kind of had to leave. So
I was
Yeah.
banished.
before getting kicked out. Yeah, it doesn't sound
So-
good when a Jewish person gets kicked out of Germany.
I feel like that's the better thing to have happen to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, nothing else would have happened,
Not that we know of.
right?
Is this an episode of
But-
X-Files?
Yeah, I don't
Awkward.
think, is it?
No.
Anyway, Germany was awesome. The people there are really amazing, and I recommend you go when you have a few thousand extra dollars.
Oh,
and a
sweet.
lot of time. Yeah, I know we're all rolling in money right now. Like
I
I'm
went to
actually
San
sitting
Francisco,
on a
which was
pile of physical dollar bills.
Right now, I got you. I'm
I
gonna
went
fly
to-
my
That's why I'm
airplane
moving around a bit.
made out of dollar bills.
I went to,
I have an
uh,
airplane
see-
made out of dollar
It
bills
doesn't sound
in
very
my backyard.
dynamic. Oh, that's a large.
Well, you know, it still flies.
You know, it's no. I went to Seattle like 3 weeks ago.
Did
That's
you go to
sweet.
PAX?
What?
Did you go to PAX?
No. I just went there with Pat, Blake, and Peter Stanoop.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
It's pretty dope. It was like a 25-hour drive, though.
You drove?
Imagine
Yeah.
it's the longest way.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep. That exact dude. It was rough.
Oh, yeah. So we have a document with an overview, and it says Beat Street Update, which is, I just wanted to see like what you guys were up to and kind of like what the scene is like, I guess, back in Arizona and Kentucky, I guess, because, dude, it's popping out in LA. It's pretty insane.
You think I part?
to-
Poppin'.
It's popping. I went to a game dev drink up a few weeks ago where I got this sick Twitch TV coaster that I stole off of a beer pong table.
Damn, that's dope.
And there was like, I know I'm such a badass. And
impressive.
there was like 20 people from Naughty Dog and a bunch of people from Activision and Riot because they were like all down the street from the bar.
Riots everywhere.
Yeah. God, their hiring page is a fucking joke.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, there's just so many goddamn developers out here. Like you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Brennan Chung, Teddy Diefenbach from Hyperlight Drifter, Akira Thompson, like LA Game Space, Perfect Stride. All those devs are out here. Well, Arcane
Right.
Kids, right? So yeah, it's a cool scene. You should definitely try to come out here sometime if you ever get a chance.
Can I crash on your couch?
You can.
Do you have a couch?
I have a couch.
Where is it?
But I'm like 6'6", so you have to remember that when I ask you, do you have a couch? I don't mean like no
You're not
futon.
6'6". You're not 6'6".
Yeah.
Are you 6'6"?
Don't you make me stand up in front of God and country and this webcam. Yeah, I'm 6'6".
I think
I
he's,
don't
I think he's 6'6". I think he's telling the truth. He's like I'm
Okay.
almost 6 foot tall. He's tall. He's way taller than me. He's like the
I
same.
believe you.
He's taller than Pat, I think. Pat.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
I am.
Pat-
I am totally
That's
saying.
an ogreish human.
Wow.
Pat is. Pat
Hey,
also-
Pat cut his hair. He's looking good. He's looking suave.
I know. He looks great. It's really good.
Pat.
So that's such a nice compliment.
Oh,
So
man.
sexy.
Inside jokes. So many inside
know.
jokes
All
about
this
Pat's Superman
sexual
wardrobe.
Oh, I'd be curious to hear about that.
He he never wears a different shirt.
Yeah.
It's all the same shirt.
Oh yeah, the Superman
He
shirt
opens
with
his closet and it's
the
just
freaking
the same shirt.
hired killer polo shirt on top of it.
Yes, and he's got like 20 of them.
He's like a cartoon character.
But in a way, I kind of envy him because it's like he decided, this is what works for me, and I don't really care about anything else, and I'm going to freeze this look, and I'm going to ride it out until I'm 50 years old.
Is that his life
I think that's a
expectancy? Are you calling it at 50?
50 at 50 is where you have to
drastic
wear.
changes.
That's at 50 you have to start wearing Bermuda shorts and a Hawaiian shirt and like a Panama Jack hat and move to Florida.
That's really
Wow,
early.
well, your life aspirations are far different than mine, Zach Sparks.
I didn't say they were my aspirations. I said that's what you would do.
That's what you will eventually end up doing.
There's a difference between what you aspire to and what will happen.
Damn.
I refuse to believe that. We're getting real deep here. These are deep cuts.
I know, man.
I don't know if I'm liking the direction.
I only got
this
Dora the
conversation.
Explorer Band-Aids. So we can't heal these cuts.
Oh, okay. Does Dora not get deep enough?
Let's not get too deep where those Band-Aids can't heal him.
That's gross in so many different ways.
What?
So, dude, what's going on in Phoenix?
Nothing.
You know, that's the answer I was expecting, but I wanted to hear it.
It's like, all right, first off, I have to do full-time job tech support, so that's like most of my week. When I'm out of work, I just work on game stuff. On my weekends, I work on game stuff. No partying. Like, everyone, no, like, this house is a party house. There's always alcohol here. There's no need to really, like...
Yeah, there's always alcohol, and there's only 5 people drinking it ever. So it's not a party house. It's a fucking house of sadness, dude.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I misread the script. You're right. It was supposed to say sad house, not party house.
That's a new Netflix show.
You're
Kevin
improvising.
Spacey isn't in that.
All right, but all right. Does a sad house have 2 hammocks in it? No, that's a party house.
Yes.
I mean, are you actually having
wait,
people
yeah, I
over?
take it back.
Well, Pat and Joe have hammocks.
Okay,
Why
so
does that not surprise me?
part of the
Why
house
am I
is
not
a sad
surprised?
house.
Yeah. I guess the
Awesome.
overall psychology of the house is sadness.
With some partying, just emo parties. No, really though, are you guys having emo frat parties? Are you guys having people over?
Not really, dude.
Okay, so it is an emo frat party.
Like, if no one left the house, no one would know anyone lived here. Like, there was a month where we legitimately didn't have an electric bill because we didn't use any electricity, apparently.
How the fuck
How
is
did
that?
you?
Like, they
How
gave
did
us,
that
no,
happen?
like, we used so little electricity that because there was a time we were out, they had, like, some sort of outage, so they made an adjustment on the bill, and that adjustment covered us for the month. What we actually spent was less than that adjustment, so we got free electricity. They said we used the least
Free
amount of
power.
electricity in the neighborhood, which doesn't make any sense, because there's, like, 4 computers running always. It's like, we just don't use the air conditioner that much.
Wow.
Fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
I mean, dude, 3 computers dedicated strictly to hentai has got to take a toll on your power supply.
Yeah. To be
No, I'm just
honest,
kidding, dude. It's only 2 computers.
it's 5.
That's hot.
I have 5 computers that are dedicated to hentai, and then the other part is dedicated to data mining.
Right. Data mining for EVE corporations.
Dogecoin. Do you call it doggy or doge?
Is it Doge or is it Doge?
I thought it was Doge.
I've heard it pronounced either way, but all I know is that in my neck of the woods, where NASCAR is king, they have been top of the mountain lately
Yeah, dude.
because
rural
they managed to
Kentucky.
scrape up enough money to sponsor Josh Wise, which is it's still just hilarious to me. Do
It was
what?
only like $40,000 though for the sponsorship, right?
50. It was 50,000 to sponsor him for the Talladega race.
Wow.
And then of course he won the fan vote on the Sprint Cup's website to get into the All-Star race at Charlotte, which was last weekend. And according to the Dogecoin subreddit, they're currently closing in on the next fundraising goal of selling shirts like Dogecoin Josh Wise T-shirts to get him into the fall race at Talladega, because his race team is Phil Parsons Racing. That's not one of the major big teams. He doesn't have a full-time ride in NASCAR, and as a result, he has to kind of go race by race.
You know, Zach, I think that's the longest conversation I've had about NASCAR in my entire life.
Well, what I was really wanting to happen whenever this, because of course my dad has been dirt track racing, NASCAR racing his whole life, and so I grew up in it. I'm from Kentucky.
Oh, really?
So it happens. Exactly, right? See, I have to shoehorn that into every conversation that I have. You should know me by now,
I'm just
Devin.
joking. I love you.
No, I'm being serious. I'm not joking. But the funny part is that I was just waiting for my dad to call during the Talladega race so much. I was just waiting for him to call, and I wanted him to call. Zach, now what is this Dogecoin? What is that? And then I was going to have to explain to my dad, hey, some nerds on the internet made up a fake currency that is now real, and they based it on an internet meme, and now it's sponsoring Josh White.
Oh, okay.
I just can't even get through that without laughing.
Yeah, it's rough to explain. That's crazy that it's a real currency now. That's nuts.
Man, I don't understand why it became a thing for that NASCAR racing. That's so fucking.
That's in the history books, bro.
I guess they saw it as a way of getting their name out there. And it did make for some pretty good GIFs, man. Some pretty good GIFs. Let's settle this debate right now. GIFs or GIF?
GIF. GIF.
I call it GIF.
Fuck everyone. Jiffy is a brand of peanut butter, and it starts with a J.
No.
It's two syllables. The first one is GIF, and it's GIF.
GIF.
That's the whole debate.
Someone made a GIF of Dale Earnhardt Jr., his in-car camera, rapidly approaching the back bumper of the Dogecoin car, and so it's the Shiba, on the back of a car. I just can't get over that image in my head. I never seen anything like that.
I have.
NASCAR and their GIFs. God damn it, I can't believe you said GIF.
I say whatever I want to say.
GIF Foxworthy.
Exactly. GIF Foxworthy. All right, hey, what's next on the menu? What are we talking about?
Well, we got some appetizers coming up. I got a nice little palate cleanser going on right now. So I brought you guys some tomato, mozzarella, and some basil, dude.
Tomato, mozzarella.
Are you doing that thing where you come around to our table with the salsa and you mix and do the thing with the salsa at my table?
Yeah, that'd be a really interesting salsa that had tomato, mozzarella, and basil in it, though, Zach.
I want to make
that would be a delicious sauce.
I want to create a restaurant called Mama's House, and all the waiters feed you like you're a baby.
Hey, the scary thing is that I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people that would pay really good money to go eat at a place like that.
Yeah, people that do the baby role play as a sexual fantasy. So.
Goo goo a gur gur.
Okay, I didn't say that. That was on you. And
why would they not eat there?
I'm free. No. I'm not saying.
Eat them, or feed them.
I'm not saying that wasn't the destination of my joke. I'm just pointing out for all of our viewers that you're the one that took it there, and I am not the one that took it there.
I kind of introduced you
because we thought of it. Yeah, Devin's the catalyst.
No, because you thought of it. Don't you put that evil on me.
Dude, that's a dumb restaurant. That's stupid, Devin. It's a dumb idea.
That's fine.
No, but on our little sheet here it says new releases queef.
Yeah, there were some pretty big releases this year.
There were a lot of big queefs this year too.
Good work, Devin.
So dumb.
Hold on, I'm gonna get another beer. Talk without me. I'm in pajama pants.
Well, I'm not really sure how I could follow up with.
You can't.
That.
You've just got to drop it and keep going.
This, God. He absolutely ruined the sheet. I think it's so funny. Anyway, do you know what Drakengard is?
I am familiar with the series only in name. I have actually never played a Drakengard game.
I mean, I'm just going to
And
assume it's a JRPG because I saw an anime cover and it's called Dragon.
wow, good job.
Is that gamist?
This is yes, it is extremely gamist.
Well, fuck it. I don't care. That is a terrible name for a video game. And
Well, it's
no,
Japanese. I mean, what are you gonna?
I mean, Drakengard 3 came out, and I don't know what the hell it is. So
Right.
Hey, did my video?
I think Japan are. Did what?
Your video is slowing up.
Are you there?
Is that on my end? I'm here.
What's up?
Can you hear me or see me?
Can you hear me?
I'm here.
I can hear. Devin, can you hear me?
Yeah, why?
I think Zach is cutting
I
out
have
a little bit.
no idea what just happened, but it took me forever.
Are you back, Zach?
Yeah.
I am Zach back.
Yeah, your video is
Boo.
going up and down. Also, yeah, terrible rhymes.
All right, what were we talking about?
All right, sorry. We were
So,
talking about
new games-
Drakengard 3 and how it's a Japanese RPG.
Yeah, and how they all suck.
I don't play those games, though. Like, the extent of any kind of RPG game I've ever played, I watched my brother play Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
I
love
played
Final
Kingdom Hearts.
Fantasy.
That's the closest game I've ever played.
Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if that. I don't know if those count.
I'm not saying that counts. I'm just saying that's the closest I've had.
I played South Park: The Stick of
That-
Truth.
Zach
No,
was
South
making fun
Park:
of
The Stick of
Japanese
Truth. That game looks so funny.
It was
Yeah, it
amazing.
really does. I haven't got to
It
play
was
it.
pretty funny. And also the combat was not terrible, but it was based on those JRPG systems and just made
Mhm.
good because most JRPG systems are really bad. So
Yeah. Well,
Arigato.
let me say this. A lot of them don't translate to America. A lot of them have these weird systems already put in the game, and because they don't want to have to redesign and recode everything from the ground up, they just want a localization script. A lot of the things I found just don't translate over. Like even in the gameplay mechanics, like it's like hang on, that game I played, and there was a Japanese game that I played and really enjoyed. The one where you had like a girlfriend.
Go touch the baby.
No.
That's not it?
No, it was like your girlfriend and
It's about the one where you can like
Catherine.
live with an alpaca.
Catherine.
Oh, yeah,
That
Catherine
game-
was actually really
That
good.
game was awesome, okay? But
It was.
but after every level they insisted on asking you poll questions just to see what everyone else who played the game said.
You didn't like that?
And it's like, why would they do that? Because the Japanese are obsessed with poll questions. I'm convinced of this. This is why I'm being serious, man. There was an entire channel on the Nintendo Wii that was its entire purpose. Everybody vote and click. Oh, cool.
It was a
80% of
social
people
link.
like purple bowling balls. I
It was
don't
a social
know.
link. People send out dumb Survey Monkey surveys all the time.
I'm just saying.
Here's my thesis on why squirrels won't play video games, and then they'll send out a fucking survey for it.
All right, why'd you have
All
to bring
I'm
in my
saying
thesis,
is,
dude? Why'd you
you
have to
see
bring in
that
my
crap?
thesis?
All I'm saying is that you see that in Japanese games, and you don't see it in American games. And that was an example of what I was saying, or at least not American like console games. Like you see it on like Facebook games and social games, but you don't typically see it in American console games.
I'm
Or even
trying to
European
think
games.
of a counterexample because I know there's got to be some Western developed titles.
Oh,
that have
I'm
that.
not saying there are none,
I
but
mean,
I'm saying that
I don't know,
Catherine
a
was
lot
a
of
game
Japanese
where
games
you
don't
had to-
have that system.
You were like, I know, but the point I was using was that sometimes there's gameplay mechanics that are put into these Japanese games that when you bring them over to America, we think they're quirky and weird.
That's the same thing with their
Get it.
commercials.
It's just part of their culture. And that's why some of these RPGs that they basically just slap an English script on them, and sometimes it's poorly translated anyway, and then they ship them over to America because there's that niche following for them over here, that there's all that weird stuff that's left in the game that
All
you
your
don't typically
base
see from
belongs to
American
us.
developers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, when Japanese games kind of break Japanese conventions is when I like watching Japanese games. Like Ni no Kuni, for example,
Mhm.
it was super cool. I didn't play it, but I watched
Yeah.
a lot of videos on it. I should play it. And I watched like half of Giant Bomb's endurance run of Persona 4,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked super grindy as hell, but the story was very interesting. And
Right.
I don't know, most games short of those and maybe a few other exceptions kind of don't really reach me in the same way.
I was actually reading an article about this, and if I could find it, I would link it in the chat so that all of our 10 viewers would see it.
Do
But
we have 10?
Yes,
I don't know. Why don't you check? Are there 10 people?
They're
watching
there.
right now?
trust me.
Yes!
But no, it was
No.
about how these Japanese RPGs are built more on story and environment building than they are on character. Whereas typically American RPGs want to tell you a story. We want to have these damaged, horrible characters that are like fighting the odds, and it's all about characterization over here. Whereas in Japan, a lot, because like you take Final Fantasy X, okay, that was a good game. The characters are crap, but that's because the entire game is about this world of, this whole concept of sin coming back and destroying everything and blah, 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 blah. Whereas, I mean, the main character, you want to strangle him halfway through it.
I just want to strangle all characters anyway.
Hot
Yeah.
true.
That's my ultimate
There you go.
desire. Just strangle.
Strangle people. Murphy, you're one of those people that CNN warned me about.
I don't watch CNN.
This
How about
is CNN.
All right, next game. What's the next thing that came out?
Dude, Wolfenstein, The New Order, is available on
Fist pump.
Xbox, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Dude, I am so
I like
out of
that
the
they
loop.
kept the,
I don't know anything
Yeah,
about
they
modern
kept
games
the
right now.
difficulty, the old difficulty with the baby head. They kept that.
Baby head.
Me.
Yeah, how in the old Wolfenstein you put it on the easiest difficulty and it
Oh,
took your
yeah,
guy
yeah.
and put like a little baby bonnet and everything. Yeah, they kept that in there.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, right. I saw that. That is nice.
It's exciting.
It's, dude, I want to play that game a lot,
Mhm.
really badly.
Dude, I'm too
Oh, yeah,
addicted
I
to
just have my PlayStation
Skyrim.
stuff. God, I would love to get back into that.
I love Skyrim. Skyrim is my first open world game that I've actually stayed with, and it's so good. I'm like level 56 right now. It's stupid.
It's funny. I couldn't stand Skyrim, but that's just me.
Well,
So
then again,
I
I have no
initially-
previous references with like open worlds or
Right.
any other Elder Scrolls, so I thought it was pretty
Did
sweet.
you not play Fallout at all?
I played Fallout as soon as I got out of the vault. I was like, "Fuck this," and I stopped playing. I got to the town with the
Fallout,
atom bomb in it, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was as far as I
Fallout
got.
3 and Fallout New Vegas are two of my favorite video games of all time.
Nice.
Fallout 3 is pretty good.
I'd argue Fallout 3 is my favorite game of all time. And with Skyrim, like initially, I thought it was super dumb. Oh, I don't want to play a fucking D&D mod, you know?
Mhm.
And then I saw my little brother playing it, and I'm like, oh, dude, that looks pretty fun. And then I bought it during a Steam sale. Fucking Steam sales.
I'm gonna say we can do a whole show about Steam sales.
Oh my god. And I played it for the first 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to play this game a lot. And I think I've put over 750 hours into the last
Jesus.
large Bethesda games,
Damn.
Mhm.
which is a lot.
That is a lot.
of time
Effort.
wasted. Effort. No, I thought it was fun. I did some modding for a little bit for Fallout 3, and they were all terrible. So it just kept really really into the community.
There's this one student's mod of Skyrim was pretty dope. I read about it like a year ago. Yeah, like legit voice acting and stuff in it. Yeah.
Yeah, Fallscar, dude. It took him a year to do, and he did it as an application to Bethesda.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, that's a real smart move. That's the best kind of application.
It's like, look, I do.
Andy Mall and Dennis are working on a mod
For what?
right now. For Skyrim. More so.
Oh, is that what all those assets are for? Dennis has been doing.
Yeah, I think he's been practicing hard surface stuff specifically for that.
Nice.
But
Nice.
what else? Wait, what else are you playing?
Right now?
Yeah.
I have to admit, I never thought that it would happen to me, but
My Little Pony.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
No, I'm just kidding. I got sucked into League of Legends. I did.
Oh man.
And,
you know, I've heard that happens. It's a plague going around the world.
When I fell hard, and
I mean, it's a cool little game.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun. But other than that, I'm still hip deep in Civilization 5. A lot of times. And Borderlands 2, which I'm still hip deep in, even though it's getting old.
I started playing Borderlands 2 after about a year of not playing it. I was just so happy because I hadn't finished
Borderlands 2. I was coming up with this theory earlier today. It's like most of the time, so many of these developers and so many of these companies now that they make a game and they put it out there, and they're so convinced that they want you to play the game their way, and they want to put all these systems in there because it's cool or because it showcases their new tech that they advertised or something like that. But I think the thing that makes Borderlands 2 so cool is that you can really get the sense from the game that it's just like every time I'm playing it and I get slightly annoyed, I'm like, oh, why can't I skip this or something? Well, then it lets you skip it, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And it's like...
That's such a minimal thing.
But I mean, it happens all the time when I'm playing the game. It's like every time I get annoyed by something in Borderlands 2, like 2 seconds later, I realize that they fixed it, and they were like, it's like they anticipated it and just sat down and said, you know what, we're just going to let people have the maximum amount of fun possible with this game, and we're going to build the game to where it adapts around them.
You are the easiest person to sell a game to. I think.
I'm just saying, I play the game, and it's
more about the small things. It's awesome because that means you're very happy about everything else.
It's just that. Name one thing in Borderlands 2 that is done completely wrong.
I haven't played it, so.
There's nothing. There are some things that are done less than the rest. I'll say that. There's good and bad, but at the same time, I can't. Usually, there's one thing in a game, at least one in almost every game that you point to and just go, God, that's stupid. They shouldn't have done that. Or that's kind of a backwards decision. Why can't I do it like this? Or whatever. But I cannot put my finger on one thing in Borderlands 2 and say that should definitely be done differently.
It was a good game. I don't know if
it's fun. I love Borderlands 2. Love it.
So yeah, I just finished Stick of Truth. You need to play it. It's just so it's basically a 20-hour long episode.
That's awesome.
And
what more can you say?
Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, like Matt Stone and Trey Parker supervise.
They're the smartest people. They're one of like the smartest writers ever.
They are.
Oh, I saw Book of Mormon also.
The fact that they can make musicals and win awards from that musical, it's stupid.
Exactly.
Book of Mormon is the single most offensive thing I've ever seen. To everyone.
That should tell you everything you need to know. That they win at everything they do.
Yeah, they're good.
They win at musicals. They won with the movie with Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
Right.
That was Oscar nominated.
I think Oh Canada or Blame Canada that won best song.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You ever see the thing they had 6 days to air on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then when they went to the Oscars on acid or
Fucking
something?
nuts. Yeah. Dude, the 6 days to air, they do that for every episode.
That's so ridiculous.
Like imagine doing that for a game, right? Like you have an idea, and then you're just like a month before, oh, let's just make it.
Yeah.
And then everyone works 36-hour days, and they just don't sleep ever. You could not get away with that anywhere else. And I'm surprised they still.
Well, they've been doing it for like 15 years.
I know, but fuck, dude.
So they're the only ones who can do that, I think.
No.
I think so.
And I mean, we didn't even talk about my favorite thing that they've ever done, which is Team America.
Puppets. Freaking puppets, dude. That's so
they're-
awesome.
Team America is unassailably cool.
Fuck yeah. It's such a ridiculous movie. They're so good. What else did they do? Do you remember Orgasmo?
Yeah.
Orgasmo was so funny.
I didn't see all of it. I saw Basketball, which they
Basketball
didn't
was
write,
good
but
too.
They started
Basketball
it.
was funny. That was good.
Oh, fudge.
I was reading about them. What? Oh,
Nothing.
fudge. Just fudge. Tom Cruise. Fudge packing. Oh, never mind.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Devin, what have you been playing lately?
Wait, shut up. No, so
I
I'm
told
actually
you what I was playing.
So I played Dark Souls 2 for like 6 hours and then said,
All you did was
Hey,
bitch about it.
dude, no, okay. They are very, very, very valid complaints. Dark Souls 2 is a good game. It is a better game than the first Dark Souls. It is a better game than Demon Souls. There is a lot of flaw within that game that is just so unnecessary. It takes it from, oh, here's a hard game, fuck you, to here's a hard game, ha 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 ha, and then they're just fucking rubbing money all over their nipples.
Sadistic is what you're saying.
Yeah, sadistic, but not purposefully so. Like, they fucked up in addition to making it hard. The biggest thing in that game that makes it nigh unplayable for me is that collisions are pretty much fucking broken. So anytime, because they scale enemies, right? Like, there's some big ass dudes that have swords that can fit in a living room. And there are times when, let's say you're trying to get out of a tight spot and you think you dodged out of the way, but you didn't just quite dodge out of the way. And the collision fucking catches you. Or you're running in through a hallway and their weapons clip through all the geometry in a hallway.
Right. And they do that so that people on the internet will say, oh my gosh, it's so hard.
Yeah, but there's a difference between difficulty and poor design. And I think we straddle the line in both directions.
It's so what you're saying is that the game kind of breaks itself in order to break you.
Yeah, but they didn't. I don't think they meant to do it. Is the thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well, it's like Madden football all the time. You used to throw passes over the middle, and you'd get the little sliding linebacker on all Madden. That would just...
Madden sucks because they still can't make a good fucking football game, dude.
Dude,
no. Fuck Madden. Fuck Madden. You know what?
Can we blur my face? Can we blur my face?
You said something bad about EA. There's probably going to be black helicopters circling your apartment.
Whatever. You know what? I actually so the first job I wanted to get was working on the Madden series because there's a lot they can do with the direction of that game.
Yeah.
Every time I played, I'm just like, God, this is such a broken mess, and I don't want it to be because I'm as diehard a football fan as you are, and I just want to be able to experience football when it's not football time. And I know Devin doesn't really care, probably.
You have to play it by their rules, and if you do, it's a good game, but it's not football. It's close, but it's not.
So I think the comparison is valid in a way, but Dark Souls 2 is.
I got you.
If Madden was Dark Souls, it would be be not as good.
If Madden was Dark Souls.
Like you were a football player, but you're in Dark Souls.
Right. False equivalency to the maximum. Just strap some shoulder pads on your Dark Souls 2 character.
That would be
Like
fantastic.
Hey,
Yeah.
quick question.
I'd pay money for that. What?
Can I bail
okay.
out at 8 o'clock? I have to go somewhere.
Okay. So do that.
All right, I will at 8 o'clock.
Well, what else do we need to
2
talk
minutes
about?
from now.
What else do we need to talk about?
We keep talking about stuff. Devin, wait, what are you playing? Oh yeah, I'm also playing Stanley Parable right now, which you guys should play if you haven't. That game's funny as shit. I only played it for an hour, but
What's the
It's
Stanley
awesome.
Parable?
it's the game that's built in Source, and it's made by 2 dudes. So you're this guy in an office, and everyone's disappeared, and there's a narrator narrating your every action and kind of guiding you along. But you don't have to choose what the narrator is sort of telling you to do, and then if you don't, the game reacts accordingly, and it has all these branching scenarios that just put you in these really funny situations.
Okay.
And it's best seen rather than told about. So
True.
There were a lot of good.
homies.
There were a lot of good games around the time of the Stanley Parable too, that have been kind of this new wave of narrative in games, which has always been, of course, one of my primary things that I'm interested in, is new ways of exploring how to tell a story in a game. The Stanley Parable did a great job of that. Bastion did a good job of that.
Yeah.
But the one that I was going to say at the end of last year that they got me to play and I played was Gone Home. Did you play Gone Home?
I
Anyone?
did. I actually did an interview with Jan Nordhagen.
Really?
Yeah, who worked on Gone Home.
Mhm.
And then I talked to Steve Gaynor a little bit about
I was.
some things in there. Devin, you need
I
to
don't
play
know.
more games.
I'm so
It was
busy.
Gone Home for me. Gone Home was difficult because it was like. I mean, how do you sell a game to a person like that? How do you make a game for that? Because it's like the anti-game. It goes out of its way to not be a game.
I don't know what you're talking
like the
about.
only
Can you
person.
explain the game?
The only purpose was basically just to feel your way around this house and
Wait,
reveal a
Devin doesn't know
backstory.
what the game is.
Yeah, I know, but you do.
Yeah, but I mean, let's have an open conversation so that Devin can be included here.
No, fuck Devin.
Well, no, don't. I mean,
That is true.
Devin, I love you.
maybe. Not right now.
I don't know.
Look at
Well,
that.
all right,
Wait, Devin, cover your beard again.
we'll come back to Gone Home.
Looks like a child.
He does. I like it.
Gross.
Goo Goo
Wait,
Gaga.
what?
Lady
Ooh,
Gaga.
That's bad. Oh God.
Yeah, I think Gone Home is an entirely separate discussion.
Yeah, we'll have to table that until Devin plays it. Maybe someone will gift it to him on Steam.
I can share it with my sharing family plan on Steam.
There you go.
Devin. We can have a
All
shared
right.
account for Digital Wastelanders.
We
But yeah,
should have
also, so speaking of Bastion, Transistor came out this week, and I kind of
been.
want
Yeah,
to check it out.
Transistor. I haven't got a chance to play it yet though, but I've been stoked.
Yeah, dude, I actually haven't seen a single video or anything for it.
Of Transistor?
Yeah, probably not a good idea considering, I work in the industry, but sometimes when you work on game stuff, you don't have a lot of time for games.
I'm too busy working.
I'm a
Okay.
robot slave
That's
machine.
where I'm at. That's why I'm playing games from like 2011.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, Arkham Origins came out last year.
Last year. But I'm playing a newer game. It's an indie game. It's called Ether 1.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of this. I haven't played it though.
Pretty
Sounds like
good.
the best game ever.
It's a different kind of game. It's kind of what you would like, Zach, because it has strange narrative in it.
All right. I'll check it out.
Then you're basically trying to like gather memories for someone with dementia, and you're like in their brain or something. It's weird.
Wow, sounds pretty stupid.
All right.
No, it's good.
You're gonna be
It's
that
not-
guy.
Dude, if you want to
Sounds
see
like-
something interesting,
Yeah.
The
What?
first time I heard about Ether 1 was in 2011 or 2012 because they opened a thread on World of Level Design. So I watched the whole game get developed on that forum.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I definitely recommend you look for it. It's pretty sweet.
It's fun how that's like the way that game development is now. It's almost like you see so many pieces. If you follow the right people online, you can be privy to everything.
Some developers are doing it, right? Like Vlambeer is the best example of that. I follow them on Facebook, and it's like every few hours they're talking about Nuclear Throne. And it's pretty cool to see that as an upcoming trend.
See it happening, like as it happens. It's pretty cool.
Well,
you know what I want to know about?
What?
no, obviously not. So why don't you tell us?
I want to know how
Wait,
you guys.
Can we get to the word suspension really quick?
What?
I'm just.
Do we do what? Hello?
Yeah, continue. I was just fucking with you. Jesus.
Y'all are scaring me, man. I can't even. I've got miles of connection in between us. No, we've been sitting here talking about PC games. So I've been thinking about buying an Xbox One lately. And I want to know if you guys think I should.
My little brother has a PS4, and so I was just imitating Devin Cherry. My little brother's got a PS4, and it looks pretty sweet. I haven't seen an Xbox One in person. I'd recommend getting a PS4 though.
I would be on that too. The reason why I think you should get a PS4, Destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah.
I thought Titanfall.
Just saying, that game looks dope.
It does look pretty dope. I thought Titanfall was gonna be like an Xbox One seller for me, and then it's not.
Did you not like it? I heard really good things.
I just wasn't. I don't know.
I like the parkour elements. Were they good?
Yeah, it's a really good game. I just feel there's not enough depth for me to carry on.
To
I
me,
don't really like online multiplayer anymore.
It was like, to me, that game was the definition of this game does everything really good and doesn't really do anything really like great, like to the next level. You know what I mean? It was like, this is just a solid game.
You guys ready for
Right.
Kevin
I mean, it was
Spacey?
really polished. For what?
What am I ready for?
Kevin
Devin?
Spacey in the new Call of Duty.
The new Call of Duty. Why is Kevin Spacey in Call of Duty?
Apparently, it took them 2 years to write that story.
What?
I pulled up a bunch of Polygon articles, and one of them was it took them 2 years to write the story alone.
All right. Well, all I'm gonna say is that it better be pretty damn good.
I'm not gonna get it, so
If they
it doesn't
spin.
matter.
They used the likeness for Kevin Spacey. There was no fucking reason to do that at all. Like, I don't want Kevin Spacey fucking get him out of my video game.
You shut your mouth right there.
These people have made so much money over the last few years. They have to spend it somehow.
Lifelike Kevin Spacey
They're
recreation.
gonna spend it
I
on
just want
Kevin
every
Spacey.
character to be Kevin Spacey.
They should make like a dungeon crawler called The Life of Kevin Spacey.
You were Kevin Spacey, y'all. Like, it's like you get to the very end, you're getting ready to die, you're reaching out for the colonel's hand or something, and the camera just like spins out away from you, and you are Kevin Spacey. And
You
it just
just
fades
know.
into obscurity.
Kevin Spacey is Spec Ops The Line.
And then after the game, during the credits, you shoot an episode of House of Cards.
Yes. Well, what I was gonna say was that
Call of Duty turns
after
into a film
during
production
the credits,
simulator.
your Kevin Spacey character rips off his mask after the credits. It's been Nicolas Cage the whole time.
But then it was
Oh,
Kevin
shit.
Bacon.
Wearing a Nicolas Cage Kevin Spacey mask. Yeah, absolutely. And then you
That'd be
can call
great.
it,
That's system seller right there.
and then call it Lamp Simulator 2015.
I love
Name
Lamp.
of the game.
Yes.
Yep.
I
And then it
love
turns
Lamp.
out every character
No,
is actually Steve Carell.
What I would say is
I guess the only
get a
reason I'm
PS4.
asking about this Xbox One was what?
Get a
What are you saying?
PS4 because it's cheaper, I think, too.
Well,
No, so
that's
that's
Maybe not the
the
new
thing.
Xbox without the
They've-
Kinect.
and I said from the beginning, and I mean, I mean, I've kind of had both off and on. I mean, I had an Xbox and a 360, and at times I've had a PS2 and a PS3, and of course now I'm playing most on computer. But
PC Master Race.
I, I don't know. When they announced the Xbox One, and like from the very first announcement, it was just like, why are they bundling this Connect with the device? Like, why are they doing that? And I was like, I feel like they've added $100 in unnecessary cost to every single system that they sell.
Right. I think if they launched it
And now it's like they fixed that, and they finally realized. Hang on, someone is knocking on my door.
You should go get it.
Knock, knock, knock. Oh, wait, I don't want to copyright infringement. Oh, look at that ass. God.
I wouldn't say anything. It might be his wife or his child. So. Keep it PG for a second, Zach.
Great butt.
There it is.
Marks.
Yeah. Very polite, very formal.
That was real mature, right?
Yeah.
This is EA. We heard you said some negative things about our games.
Oops.
No. What the funny part is that was EA, and I gave him your address, and I said, no, it wasn't me. I said it was you.
Cool.
What would really be funny is if someone knocked on your door right now.
It's like, oh shit.
Dude, did you hear that? You idiot. Yeah, so Kevin Spacey Simulator. That should be fun when that comes out. Who cares when?
You have to build Kevin Spacey. You're a little man, and you have to assemble a human.
Oh my god, that
Kevin
would
Spacey.
be such a good Kerbal Space Program mod. If you had to make like a rocket ship, it was just like
that would be really
you
good.
have to attach like Kevin Spacey's legs to his pelvis. Oh, all right. Well, fucking see you later, I guess.
Whoa.
Oh, good. Mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Damn.
Wow.
Something
That's how he
went
drops
down.
the hammer.
Something went
Yeah,
down.
Kevin Spacey Simulator. Later.
He's like, I'm gonna go make it. Bye.
All right, millions of dollars. That's why I don't want to have children. Is that? No, seriously though, I don't want to have kids for so long, dude. Like
Dude,
I
people
can't.
on my Facebook, they're showing pictures of their graduations from college. I was like, already did that.
Wait, graduation?
From college. You know, the 4-year.
Yeah.
I graduated after 7 semesters, doing a trimester. So I graduated in like a year and 3/4, or yeah. I graduated December 2012. Almost 2 years ago.
You only went to school for 2+ years?
Yeah, I did trimesters at the school, and I took
Mm-hmm.
a total. It took me 7 semesters to graduate all in a row.
Right.
So it took me 2 years and an extra semester.
I was in college for like 6 years, starting when I was 16. So.
How old are you?
Because I did 20. I just turned 23. I did do it.
You're my age. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I went to ASU for 2 years and did fuck all, and then I went to UAT. After the first semester of UAT, I wanted to drop out so bad. I fucking hated that place, but I was like, no, you're so close to getting a degree. And then after 2 more semesters, they're like, oh yeah, you have to take 2 more semesters. So I ended up going for 5 semesters, I think. Yeah, which is like 5 too many at UAT.
Damn.
I know.
There's another knock on his door.
Oh yeah, this is UAT. Take this video down.
That's how they identify themselves. UAT.
Dude with a question mark over his face, just wearing a UAT shirt. UAT shirt. Yeah, no, they call me because I didn't pay them for all my school, school, and
Of course
dude, they
they're gonna call
me.
you.
I know it's bullshit though. Like, oh, we need your money. Fuck you. Anyway, I paid him for the whole year, so yeah, I worked out a 9-year payment plan with UAT.
Good job.
So I'm kind of hoping, not really. So I'm kind of hoping that I can
Not
just,
really.
like, get lots of money, and then I'm just gonna pay them in ones and just fucking send a truck over to their.
No, you seen the that Seinfeld episode where Kramer pays off the guy with all the change? He just hits him with a sock full of quarters at the end of it.
Oh, that's right.
Here's your money.
I'll commit assault and then hope that whatever money I had left over would cover the bail bond. So that'd be a fun resolution.
It makes the most sense.
Yeah. Committing assault with pennies.
I mean,
Yeah,
aren't they
dude,
discontinuing the penny?
I don't
That
think
would
it's
be
ever been
great.
made official. It's not that I've heard.
That
Could be
should
wrong.
happen.
I don't know.
That's gonna be
I don't
weird.
even think.
I remember
think
back
it's
in my
cash.
day when they had pennies. You kids
Yeah,
have it so
well-
easy.
I was
Dude,
gonna say in our
I-
parents. I remember when pennies were actually worth something.
Right.
Now you can get more
Dude,
out of
I
a
remember-
Dogecoin.
Yeah.
Dude, gas cost $1 like 11 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I mean, think about that.
I would say before 9/11, gas prices were dope.
Yeah, probably. That's insane that they've more than quadrupled since then. Wow,
Mhm.
here, at least.
Yeah, man.
We have officially reached
I don't
the
drive a
point
car, so it don't
where
matter.
we're discussing gas
I bring my
prices.
truck to LA. Oh yeah. All right. So I saw some news that happened. You guys.
Okay. What news did you see that happened?
Dude, Oculus Rift,
Chuck E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck E. Cheese. The
Hey,
ultimate
man.
experience to ruin your childhood with.
No, let me tell you something, okay? I am a huge fan of Chuck E. Cheese. I have to take my kid there all the time. She loves Chuck E. Cheese. She is entertained by the little, like, do you remember at Chuck E. Cheese? I don't know if y'all remember
No.
this
No.
from going to Chuck E. Cheese when you were little, but the little thing that you'd sit him in a chair and it would just really slowly lift him up in this, like, clock. It looks like a clock, and then it's just this chair that just goes really slow back and forth. She is so entertained by that thing. She's 4. I have no idea
Your
why.
child should get a better
Get out
pilot.
more. But
Yeah.
I guess my point is that was my first thought when I saw that story. Why does Chuck E. Cheese need an Oculus Rift?
Dude,
Especially,
Look at the chat.
especially, why does Chuck E. Cheese need Oculus Rift support?
That's my friend at Chuck E. Cheese. Watch that.
Oh, I don't know if I want to watch this.
No, it's exactly
I'm so
what you
scared.
described.
This is called Chuck E.
Wow,
Cheese
Zach,
Surprise.
that's exactly what you described. That is
Yes.
amazing.
No, that is 110%. Oh my god. That is exactly the device I'm talking about. Yes. But my point is that, okay, so I read the article and they said that they were wanting to do this virtual ticket whirlwind thing where tickets are flying around.
Like those money grabber
That's
kind
what
of
it said in
thing.
the article. Yeah, and so I was like, why? First of all, like, if you're gonna put VR in a Chuck E. Cheese, why don't you send them to Mars or something?
Nah.
No, they want to use it to do virtual ticket whirlwind. I
That's a waste.
don't know.
I think
I can't
that
really figure it out.
I didn't know Chuck E. Cheese was still around. I had no fucking idea until I read that. I swear
Yeah,
to
man.
God.
Why
I went to
wouldn't
Chuck
it
E.
be?
Cheese for my 18th birthday.
Chuck E. Cheese has a great business model, and I'm being 100%
Yeah.
serious when I say that.
Continue to exist.
Because no. Listen, they make cheap food
Oh.
that sells like crazy because you're there and you can bundle it with the games. But the secret of Chuck E. Cheese, if you haven't been in one lately, and
Oh,
again,
beer.
speaking from experience, they have very few games that are made by other people. All of their games that they have in Chuck E. Cheese, or most of them, 90% of them, I would say, are knockoffs of other arcade games that are redeveloped from the ground up by Chuck E. Cheese internal. So that way they don't have
Who's
to.
going to arcades? Who is doing this stuff? Who's going to these things?
Dude,
I've
got
heard
a
of like
4-year-old,
arcades
man.
and stuff.
Dude, I'm being serious when I say
What do you mean,
you dangle a string in front of some 4-year-olds and they'll be entertained forever.
See, then just start
This
playing
is
with
why-
a bunch of string. Why even go to Chuck E.
You're
Cheese?
right, but
Chuck E. Cheese.
It's like, Jesus,
Do that.
you're right.
point is that
Jesus
you take
Christ.
those kids to Chuck E. Cheese and it's magic. Like you can get away with an entire. They're entertained by. Here, let me back up and say, children are entertained by everything, but they're only entertained for so long.
True.
Whereas at a Chuck E. Cheese, you got like a couple hours in there before they get bored.
Yeah, that buys you a handy in the bathroom. Dude, remember what it was called Pizza Time Theaters?
Remember what?
Nolan Bushnell. He started Pizza Time
Yeah.
Theaters, and that eventually became Chuck E. Cheese, man.
Right, he did.
Yeah, man.
And he got out at the right time.
Yeah, he was like, "Peace.
Yes, he did.
I'm gonna go into a boat race and eat shit."
Okay, I don't know where the fuck that came from.
That's a real thing.
What, eating shit?
All I'm
No.
saying is that that's a really good business model, if you ask me. That's a
It's
very
smart.
good business model. You make your own games. You don't have to license anything from anyone else. And so what I'm saying is that if they handle this Oculus thing the right way,
It's an
They're gonna make
efficient
a killing
model.
off of it.
It's an efficient model for a dying market.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
exactly. It's a good way to try to
that- I mean-
resurrect. You're going to strap a fucking Oculus into a child's face? I mean, I
That
know
shit's gonna
they're
get
not
so dirty.
terrible for your brain. I know they're not terrible for your eyes or your mind. Or
Yeah, when every
whatever.
single kid who uses
Still.
it has pink eye.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where it's gonna
How
get
the fuck are you
gross.
going to share off?
They'll
It's
probably have to
already
do
hard
something.
enough to not get a disease when you go to a Chuck E. Cheese establishment.
right.
There's syringes in
Oh,
the
oh, no.
Oculus.
Yeah. Oh god, it's just like no. You have a virtual game where you can select what disease you want after you put the Oculus on.
I want
You
AIDS.
take a vial of SARS and you're just like, oh yeah, I'll put that on my pizza, and then you get no other diseases. So, Chuck E. Cheese, king of disease control. There's going to be a video game console specifically for dogs.
What's it called?
No, there's
Clever Pets.
That's pretty funny.
no, there's not. You're lying.
Clifford
The
the Big
funding-
Red Console.
The
Are you being serious right now?
34-day Kickstarter campaign began 2.5 weeks ago, and the funding drive reached its $100,000 goal earlier this week.
Oh my
It's gonna cost-
god, why do things like that succeed so easily?
I mean, hey, you know, it's...
Why
Seriously,
do
you
things
can
like
make
that
objective.
succeed? And
Who's going to
Harmonix
review these games?
Harmonix is having trouble getting the money together
Wow.
to make a new app.
I know, right? Dude, well, Harmonix is also asking for, what, $700,000, right?
Well, they
And
are,
also,
but
the
if
the last 2 days they've gotten $200,000, which is...
you're right. But if they want to make it right, then they need that money. Hey, hang on just another minute. Y'all talk about Harmonix, and then I'll be back to lay down some knowledge about Harmonix.
Devin, do you want to talk about
Maybe.
Harmonix or dogs?
Dogs.
There you go.
Oh my god. So it's like Simon for dogs, basically.
Like, who's going to review the games? Who's going to, like...
Well, that's the thing. It's so fucking objective, right? Like,
Yeah, start developing games for dogs. Okay.
dude, just strap an Oculus on your dog's face.
It's like, okay, you save
Kevin-
so much money automatically because they can't see color.
Right. You know what you should do? Just strap an Oculus to your dog's face and just throw it in a park.
Damn.
Dog park for Oculus.
And all it is, it's just like clear, like see-through Oculus, so he just sees the outside and is just playing.
You just leave your dog in a park and just strap goggles to it.
Yeah. It's like, what's wrong with that dog? Whose dog is that?
Dude, is that dog playing video games?
Is he playing the new Gears of War?
Dogs of War, man.
That is
Dog
a
of
saying,
War.
so it might be a game. Like a dog, like World War II veteran game. Storm the
Just a
beaches
dog-
of Normandy and find bones.
God, that'd be awesome if just a bunch of golden retrievers and pugs were storming Normandy.
There's still German Nazis, like humans, firing at them.
No, they're not. I was thinking like Nazi cats, but humans shooting at dogs is a really terrible thing to imagine.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey Zach, what's up?
I came
Dude,
back
yeah.
at the right time.
You did. We are making lots of social progress here. So
All right,
That's what it sounds
I
like.
gotta go, which
in
means
7 minutes.
All right.
I have to end this stream soon. Then
Okay.
what do you want to do?
When do you have to go?
Like 5 minutes.
All right, really quick. All right, so we talked about Connect. Dude, Twitch got bought
By who?
$1 billion.
by Google for
Oh,
$1 trillion.
ow!
Yeah.
Nice.
Devin, you got to be kind of in the
So-
know, man.
I'm in the
feel
not
like-
know. I'm in such a
I,
cave.
It'll be anxious to see. I'll just say it like that. It'll be anxious. I'll be anxious to see how it works
That'd be
out.
kinda
I
cool,
I
like,
really
if
want
you
to
could-
see how Google updates their copyright stuff because I know they've been really hard on creators lately, which I don't understand because they've kind of fostered a culture where people can succeed by doing content on
Yeah.
YouTube.
I hope they do Google Hangout straight to like Twitch streams. Can they do that yet?
That'd be nice.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
So we
we're
don't have to do
kinda-
this setup anymore. We could just stream the Google Hangout right into a Twitch account instead of doing it through this XSplit.
Well, yeah, like you can do Hangouts on air and invite people, but I don't like.
Hopefully, when they
doing
buy
that.
Twitch, you could just sync up your Twitch.
that would be good.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be
Oh,
priority
There's
number
all
one.
kinds of applications that I can think of that hopefully they will think of too. But sometimes
Don't say them out loud, though.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, guys, this was a fun first little shindig, as incredibly random as it was. I would like to continue doing this on a regular basis. I don't know about yourselves.
I would too. I had fun.
I'm just
I
saying
think
Mondays
we
and
should-
Tuesdays are all my only days.
Okay, I think we should find a good set time, whether it's now or some other time that you guys think of, and
Okay.
Next Monday or Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Devin. We get your schedule. Yeah, and then I'm gonna try to make some other videos, and I'll keep fleshing out the stuff just in my spare time. I really
All
want
right.
to do the gaming fitness stuff. I want to start doing that like ASAP. It's gonna be
It'll be interesting. Yeah. It'll be
It's gonna be
interesting.
good.
What are we doing?
It's gonna be good. Well, I'm gonna do it because I'm not gonna make you come up with exercise material,
Damn.
Devin Sherry.
I
You can
understand.
watch it and then.
Gavin Sherry's exercise program.
Only
right,
eat
so,
sunflower seeds 5 days in a row.
and play Secret of the Magic Crystal.
Hey, I like that game.
God, dude, Joe and I played that. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Joe
No, I'm just
bought that game for me while I was in Germany. I was playing it on a Windows XP laptop. Just trying to get shit to render. It would take me like 5 minutes to render a fucking horse activity. It was
That's great.
the
A
most
horse
painful gaming
activity.
experience I've possibly ever had. But I actually went back and played it on my own for an hour without Joe, which I'm kind of that's a gaming shame for me.
Yeah. The only thing too, if I can go meta, and if we need to edit this out of the video, we can. The only thing I would suggest, because we have talked a lot, and at times that was, I mean, it was cool to catch up with you guys, but I mean, it was kind of blathering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we, like, if we're going to continue broadcasting this, to other people. You got to. It was one of the things I learned from the podcast that I ran. Like our longer episodes, almost like you can almost measure it by the minute. Your longer episodes almost always were the ones that, if they're the ones that you just started rambling on and on and on and on and on, then they would get fewer downloads, they would get fewer listens.
Sure.
Because people just don't have time for it.
Yeah.
And so I mean, so while this is cool, it's like if we're gonna sit around and talk, it's not like a PewDiePie thing or whatever where you can watch the video and just listen to him talk.
Right.
Because that could be a topic in itself, but people sit there and do that all the time. But if we're not doing anything but just sitting around talking, then we probably need to keep it short and sweet and try not to blather as much and try to keep it more to, let's talk about this, let's talk about this.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Have someone kind of watching the clock, and after 5 or 6 minutes talking about a certain thing, it's like, yeah, okay, well, let's move it on, and talk about the next
I think Giant Bomb, like Patrick Klepek and Alex Navarro have it down pretty good with their scoops in the wall thing. So I'll try to come up doing stuff like that. And again, it's all my spare time. So yeah, we'll get better at it. We'll make it more refined. I mean, you guys have experience with it, so we'll just keep developing.
I was going to say, I mean, even from back in my radio days, I kind of had experience with managing topics on air and stuff like that. So if you kind of want to run with other stuff and have this kind of topic show be my baby, I can do that. Or if you don't want to, then that's fine, man. You're calling the shots.
That's cool with me. We'll definitely talk about it more. Devin, I know you got to go. So thanks if anyone actually did stick around the whole time, and we're gonna get better at this. And it was fun. Remember?
I had fun.
I'm Zach. That's Zach.
And I'm Devin.
Yeah, it's Devin.
You screwed it up.
No.
Anyway, yeah.
You must change your name immediately.
We have a Twitter for Digital Wasteland. It's just digital, and then Wasteland without any vowels. And I'm gonna do like a blog and basically everywhere else on the internet. So just look us up, and we're gonna do other stuff. All right, love you guys. Devin, put this.
Love you.